Hello, and thank you for tuning in to our Zoom presentation of Dollars and Cents Money Matters. I am the controller at Monmouth College, Jessica Johnston. I'm a 2004 graduate as well, so a proud alum. And we really hope that this Zoom presentation will be helpful to you. If you were unable to attend one of our in-person summer orientation sessions, or if you were in attendance at one but wanted to revisit or were unable to come to my specific breakout class. So I will start sharing. There we go. So again, my name is Jessica Johnston. I'm the controller. Okay. And really the presentation covers material that's both representative of the student accounts area of the business office, and also student financial planning, sometimes called financial aid. We both reside in Polling Hall here on Monmouth College campus. So for students' convenience, even though it's confusing, which office is which and who does what, sometimes we try and make it as easy as possible for students and families. And again, we all reside in the same building. So if your student needs anything or has any questions, kind of Polling Hall is the one-stop shop for all things financial. I have put the phone number for the business office and also the email address for the business office, and then the phone number for student financial planning. And again, we're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, ready, willing, and happy to answer questions. So this presentation is going to discuss the burning questions that we typically get. So when are bills generated? How will I receive my student's bill? How can I set up a payment plan? How does a student get an on-campus job? Can I change my meal plan, or can my student change his or her meal plan? And can we purchase additional flex dollars? Okay. So a link to your student's first account bill was sent to their Monmouth College email and mailed to their home the first week of July. So by the time that you are viewing this recording, those things have already happened. Okay. Student account balances are the student's responsibility. So similar to HIPAA inside of kind of the healthcare field, higher education is governed by FERPA, so Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. So students can access their student account, student billing statement, and they have to go through what we call a proxy process to share that access with their parents or grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, legal guardian, whoever they want to share that with. That is done through the self-service portal. And when your student received his or her bill to their email address, there would have been a link to that self-service portal. And inside of there, kind of on the left navigation column, there is literally a button that says, not a button, but a link that says proxy. And so if they follow that, it's really a very intuitive process. And so hopefully that's easy. But again, we're welcome and willing to answer any questions there. But just know, as mom or dad or legal guardian, you will not automatically get that to your own email address. That your student has to provide proxy to you, to your email address, so that you can see those bills going forward. Okay. Again, all of the student billing is available and viewable in the self-service portal, which is on the MyMC page. Again, through the bills that come to the email, there's actually a link. But it's also important to note that when your student is in that self-service portal, kind of they're looking at their entire financial package, so they can see their financial aid as well. And again, if there's any questions or issues, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so once we have our bill and we've looked at it and reviewed it and made sure it makes sense to us, how do we cover out-of-pocket balances? So the fall semester out-of-pocket balances are due August 1st. Okay, and so by August 1st, any out-of-pocket balance, so monies that are, or tuition and fees that are not covered by loans or scholarships or what have you, kind of that remaining balance due to the school, that can be covered in a variety of ways. So first, that self-service platform that we've been talking about does allow for debit and credit card payments. Okay, there's a processing fee on that, and you'll see that as you kind of go through. If you're doing it in a self-service portal, it very much feels like online shopping. So you're in a cart and you're checking out and that kind of thing. And it will notify you about that fee to use the debit or credit card. You can also use our Nelnet, who is our tuition payment plan provider. They also, within their platform, allow for one-time bank transfer, also known as an e-check, excuse me, and there is no fee on that. And so that is a really good option to go through that process. And we'll go through Nelnet here in a second. But again, I just set our tuition payment plan through Nelnet, and there is a subsequent slide on that. And I'll show you how to get there through our website. But that allows you to take that out-of-pocket balance and kind of spread that pain over a certain number of months. So when we bill you, we're billing you for one semester. So it's important to keep in mind that as you're in Nelnet's website, they don't know what your balance due is. They are not currently, and I say currently because I have hopes for that to be changed in the near future, but they are not currently linked to our system. And so you have to tell Nelnet how much kind of is your outstanding balance that you're going to be covering over this payment plan. So just remember, if you're setting up an annual payment plan through Nelnet, that and you're looking at your fall bill, just remember that, you know, kind of rule of thumb, I would take that number, that's your out-of-pocket balance for fall, and then multiply times 2 or double it to put into that annual payment plan. The annual payment plan is a more economical option. Overall, if you go into Nelnet and you set up an account and then you set up the annual payment plan, you pay less in administrative fees than if you were to set up 2 semester payment plans. So that's generally our recommendation. Again, it's just more economical. Plus, you can set it up once, and then if things change or as things change, which they inevitably do, you can go back into that payment plan and adjust your future payments accordingly. Or if you have questions or issues, also once your payment plan is established, my office, the student accounts office, can also adjust that for you. Okay. Other options for out-of-pocket balances would be private and alternative loans, federal direct Parent Plus loans. Those are things, the Parent Plus loan, that's something that you need to work with student financial planning on. You should know from your student's financial package that they received whether or not that is an option for you and your family. And then we always accept personal checks mailed to the Monmouth College business office. Okay. All right, so as promised, this is kind of a snapshot of our webpage. And again, hopefully it's fairly easy to navigate, but a couple things, you can either navigate from home page to the business office page, or you can also use this search function up here and type in payment plan, and it will return this page as a search value. And so from here, you can kind of tell, again, with these, hopefully it's intuitive with the big red buttons where it says payment plan details and deadlines. If you click there, it's going to show you your options, meaning if you enroll in your payment plan by this date, you can spread your balance due over this many months. Obviously, the longer you wait to do that, the less months you can spread that over. And then the second red button down here, where it says enroll in a payment plan, when you click there, it'll redirect you to the Nelnet site. Okay, so you'll actually be leaving our webpage and going to the Nelnet webpage. Also, this kind of green brochure over here should look familiar. I hope it looks familiar. Again, that was included when financial aid or student financial planning sent the financial aid packages out to you in mail. Should have been probably, late winter or early spring. We try to include a Nelnet payment plan brochure in each of those. So that's kind of our first form of communication on the payment plan and the options. And then again, the web page allows you to go through the steps there as well. Okay, student employment. So a lot of people have questions about how do I get my student a job on campus? And a lot of that is because you have seen reference to federal work study hours available through the student financial aid package. So both federal work study and non-federal work study eligible jobs are available on campus, but it's not something that just because your student is eligible for federal work study, that when he or she arrives here, we basically just like assign them a job. That's not the case. There's employment classifieds on our webpage, and it's really through the internal page, the MyMC page, that once he or she arrives at campus, they would search those classifieds and apply for jobs. Okay. And again, we do not guarantee or assign jobs just based on that federal work study award letter or allowance in the award letter. And because this is employment, when your student comes to campus, he or she will need to bring the appropriate documentation and identification, just like if they were, going to a local business to apply for a job. So you need to have a driver's license and either a certified birth certificate or a social security card. So I know a lot of people cringe when we say, have your student come to campus with a social security card, but obviously a certified birth certificate's another option, and probably one that is less cringy to folks out there. Okay, questions about meal plans and flex dollars. So I did again put a screenshot from our campus dining page in here. In my opinion, this is the easiest way to navigate and to look at this kind of on your own before you arrive at campus. And I do recommend you look at this before you arrive at campus because any meal plan changes can only be done through the first week of the semester. So that last Friday or whatever of the first week of the semester is the last day to make any changes to that meal plan. Okay. All of our students, all of our residents are automatically assigned the Edinburgh All Access meal plan, and all those details on the meal plans are available through this webpage. Again, the easiest thing to do probably is just to go to the webpage, use our little search function and put in dining, and it'll take you to this campus dining landing page. And then using the big red button, again, you can be redirected to Airmark, who is our provider's webpage. It's a webpage specific to Monmouth College, so it'll have all the details of all the meal plans and the flex dollars and how many flex dollars are in each meal plan, if that makes sense. One thing, so flex dollars are kind of, they can be used at any of our like on-campus stores, the coffee shop, the lower level Stockdale kind of mini restaurants, and the flex dollars will carry over from the fall semester to the spring semester, so over Christmas break. Okay, but they do not carry over through the summer, so from the spring semester to the fall. So at the end of each academic year, those flex dollars need to be used. Okay, and so that's an important thing to know. And if you are, on the fence about that, just remember you can always purchase additional flex dollars. If it's like late in a semester or if it's finals week and your student wants to purchase some snacks or load up on snacks or whatever, you can also go through that campus dining site to purchase additional flex dollars. Okay, so hopefully that helps you manage or make your decision too, knowing that you can add those later if you need to. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Again, this is another place I want to show the phone number for the Office of Student Financial Planning, okay, so sometimes called financial aid, and also then the business office, so the student accounts area, so bills mainly is housed inside the business office. So again, the phone number for that, and then the email address for the business office. We're here 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, but if you can't get a hold of us during those hours, or if you have a question, something comes up after those hours, please don't hesitate to email us at that email address. We will get back to you the next day. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope it was helpful, and we are so incredibly happy to welcome you and your students to part of the Monmouth College family here in the fall of 2021. Thank you.